So many people have asked me, you don't even have a chance of being president of the United States. You're coming into the game too late. How can you even run right now? Well, the answer is, it's not too late. I'm an independent candidate. I don't have to go through the primary system. I go right into the general election. I've been with the Federal Election Commission on their books for the last year, and we are now just coming onto the national stage to address the real issues of our nation. And we can win. And here's how we win. We go into an overtime scenario where the House of Representatives picks the next president of the United States. Most Americans don't even know this exists because none of us have seen it happen in our lifetimes. The last time it happened in American politics was in 1824 when John Quincy Adams surprisingly defeated Andrew Jackson, who had more electoral votes than he did. But here's the way it works. The 12th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution says that if there is no presidential candidate who gets a majority of electoral votes, and that means 270 votes today, then the House of Representatives will pick the next president in an overtime scenario where each state gets one vote for the next president. Now, people can say to me, but why should we vote for you? Why do you think America would even consider you as a candidate? You have no career political experience. America doesn't want a president with career political experience right now. America knows what that is going to offer them. We've all seen the debates. We've all heard the political rhetoric. We know intuitively it is not going to work. The reason why Americans are frustrated right now is because they don't have an option. But they're going to have an option in the next 30 days. And I am going to come on the stage on the national scene, and I'm going to talk to America, and I'm going to share with them my vision of a heartquake, which addresses the real issues in America, which are hard issues, and not superficial government intervention and government oversight issues, but the real issues like fear, greed, pride, apathy, and cynicism, and talk about how those issues really are the root causes of all the issues that we're dealing with politically right now. And Americans are going to believe me. And Americans are going to say on election day, that is a guy that I can trust. That is a man who understands our needs. That is a guy who's lived with us. He has no career political experience. He's not beholden to partisan interests. He's not bought out by lobbyists. And he understands me and my needs. And he's a businessman. And he knows how to run a business where you don't spend money that you don't have. He's going to balance the budget. He's going to cut the fat out of our government, and he's going to treat the American taxpayer the way they should be treated, and that is, they are the primary customer in this whole political business, and they have somehow been forgotten in the political process. People would then say, well, is it really possible? Can you really pull it off? You don't have media, you don't have big money. America, you don't need big money right now. You don't need big media right now. What you need is a message that speaks to the heart of Americans everywhere. You need a message that when people hear it, they say, this is real. I know this guy has got it. And there are many Americans willing to rally around the cause right now. They just don't have a message and a candidate that they can really rally behind. That's all changing. We are coming out of the gate in the next few days. And America is going to have an option that they have not had before. And it's going to totally change the election. Because all those people who say, I'm voting for you, I'm just wasting my time, this is just a spoiler vote. That goes out the window. Now it's not a spoiler vote. Now you don't throw the election in favor of A or B. Now you throw the election into overtime. Because if I get only one electoral vote, and McCain and Obama tie at 268, 266, 267, whatever the numbers work out, they don't become president. We go into overtime, and I can become the president of the United States. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a three-way tie. I'm going to have a third of the votes, Obama's going to have a third of the votes, and McCain's going to have a third of the votes. And then it's going into an overtime scenario and give America time to see what their options are. And America is going to tell their representatives to choose Jonathan Allen to be the next president of the United States because they can trust him, because they believe in him, because he is calling a spade, and he has no partisan agenda and no career political ambitions. That is a man that I'm looking for in a president, but I haven't seen out there. And millions of Americans share my same search for that kind of president. I will be a president from among the people. I will be one who looks after the American interests. I will be one who recognizes the American taxpayer and the American citizens as the real constituency here that needs to be represented in this next election. And I welcome you to join me on the Heartquake 08 mission, where we see America transform from the inside out, where there is a heart change and the heart of America is reawakened, which leads to a cultural transformation, which then leads to true political change. Because we all know that one guy could become president of the United States, and if there's no change in our culture, it isn't going to make a difference. But if we have a true cultural change, and many people like me step up and decide to get engaged in the political process, and we have real Americans, not career politicians, who get engaged in this process, we can radically transform politics in America and rediscover our destiny as a nation of hope, freedom, and liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In America, it's time. This is a historic year. I hope you receive inspiration and hope from this message, because you now have an option you did not have before. And we are going to show that even in 2008, David can bring down Goliath. And the monstrous political and monetary system that has controlled us for a long time is coming down. And there is real hope. Amidst all the turmoil and uncertainty of the future, we are in a season of great hope and a moment of destiny. And I hope to be that visionary leader that shows you the way out of the mess that we're in this nation. And I look forward to you writing Jonathan Allen as a write-in candidate on many state ballots and making me the next president of the United States.